What's good, YouTube? Crown Jewel from Crown Jewel Boxing, back with a gem. I was just watching my guy Fannon did a video on Terence Crawford and his desire to move up and fight Canelo, but not being interested in fighting David Benavidez. And I think Fannon took that as it's pointless to fight Canelo if you don't want to fight Benavidez. Almost saying he was cherry picking. And I can agree with a lot of what Fannon was saying. And he was saying that so if he happened to move up hypothetically and fight Canelo, beat Canelo, then it wouldn't be good for boxing because he wouldn't defend against David Morrell or David Benavidez. But in reality, Bud, and I'm usually not a Bud guy, but I have to be fair. Bud has came out and said he's only interested in 2 more fights. He made that clear. One is the rematch with Errol Spence, which he's contractually obligated to do. And the second one would be a fight against Canelo for a chance to become a 3-time undisputed. I see absolutely nothing wrong with that, and I have to disagree with you on this, Fannon, when you say it's bad for boxing. I think it's terrific for boxing. If we go back in history a little bit, I think it was 1987 when Sugar Ray Leonard came out of retirement and fought Marvin Hagler and got a controversial decision and became the undisputed middleweight champion of the world. He didn't defend not one of those belts. He vacated them. And that wasn't bad for boxing because it gave an opportunity to guys like Iran Barkley, Sambu Kalobay, Michael Nunn, Frank Tate, all these young lions that were waiting for an opportunity because Hagler had been, the kingpin of the division for so long, and all the belts were centrally located, and it was one champion. It presented an opportunity for all these guys to become world class and make a name for themselves, and they had a de facto tournament and came out with champions there. So that could actually be a shot in the arm for the super middleweight division to have an undisputed champ vacate the titles and the titles disperse. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Also, to say if he's willing to fight Canelo, or if David Benavidez is too big for him, he shouldn't fight Canelo, or other guys too big for him. I think there's completely nothing wrong with that. Canelo was once a 147-pound fighter. So, he's closer to Terence Crawford's size. Guys like David Morrell, David Benavidez have always been super middleweight. So, yes, they're naturally too big for Terence Crawford. I really don't have an issue with that. If he wants to chase history, and I think he's been in the sport long enough, paying enough dues, and has accomplished enough to be afforded the opportunity to do that, as Ray Leonard was, able to jip the line and fight for undisputed because he was that big of a star. Even though he's not a Ray Leonard size star, his accomplishments put him in a position where he earned the right to be able to skip the line or to be able to move up and fight in an advantageous fight, or a fight that he sees as advantageous for a chance to become undisputed. I don't see anything wrong with that. So again, my guy Fannon, I agree with a whole lot of what you say, but just this one take on Terence Crawford, I can't hate on what he's trying to do. Like I said, styles make fights. There are some guys that stylistically are not going to be an advantageous matchup for certain fighters, especially when they're naturally bigger. Now you have the undisputed champ of the world, a super middleweight, who at one time was a welterweight. He's a shorter fighter, so, it's a little bit of a better matchup for Terence Crawford. There's nothing wrong with that. He's still looking to fight the champ, and that champ has still beat a lot of those bigger guys. You know what I mean? But styles make fights, so he feels like that's a better matchup for him. I don't have a problem with it. So that's all, you know what I mean? No beef or nothing. I just think I disagree with you on that take. And I still don't think it's going to happen. I don't think Canelo's going to fight him because there just isn't enough money and interest in it for him, and it's a lose-lose for him. If he beats Terence Crawford, everybody says you're supposed to beat him, you're too big. If he loses to him, he lost to a lightweight champ, so former lightweight champ. So I don't think there's anything in it for Canelo. I don't think he'll take the fight, and I don't think Terence Crawford even is a big enough name to bring the type of money Canelo will want for a fight like that. So I don't think it's going to happen. It's all hypothetical, but again, I don't have a problem with Terence Crawford having that on his wish list. And because like I said, he made it clear he only wants 2 more fights. So even if he becomes undisputed, he has absolutely no interest in defending the title. And you can't really have a problem with that because Floyd Mayweather also moved up and won a 154-pound title and never defended it. It was just for history. So, I mean, a lot of great fighters have done stuff like that. So it's not out of the ordinary. It's not odd, and it's not wrong. Before I get out of here, I want to leave y'all with my post-fight instructions I always give y'all. I want y'all to jab the like button, I want y'all to hook the share button, and I want y'all to uppercut that subscribe button. Until next time, keep your hands up, your chin down, your ass off the floor. Peace.